be honest with you right now, because sometimes the earthquakes hit down here, the sewers will crack open. Gotcha. Earthquake. The big one simulates an 8.3 magnitude earthquake. We'll do that about 150 times every day during the summer. Very resilient special effect. You got splashed in there. That wasn't sewer water. We wouldn't do that to you. That was reclaimed water ready in about a minute for the next tram ride. We head on to John Wayne Road now. John Wayne Road was named after, of course, John Wayne. Now here's something to look for the next time you watch an older Western film. Take a look at the doors. You'll see that the doors on the driver's side were built a little bit larger than normal. And that's so when we placed our Western actresses next to them, it made the women seem shorter and more petite than they really were. And on my side, it's a slightly different story because this is the guy's side of the road. The doors are built smaller than normal. So when the men walked over there, it automatically pumped them up, made them look bigger, even taller than they actually were. It's a visual effect that was used in a lot of our Westerns, especially in the early days. From my side, it's a livery stable from the movie My Little Chickadee with Mae West and W.C. Fields. That's also where we keep some of our horses from the Wild West Stunt Show that you can see at the top of the Starway. Behind us, that's the West Coast. Let's take a trip now across the U.S. to the East Coast, specifically Amity Island. Oh, it's a gorgeous resort town. You can see the islanders have put out a little billboard welcoming us. Maybe we can stop here and get a bite to eat. The only thing we can't really do is go in the water because there was a shark sighted earlier on today. A great white shark, but I think they caught him. Pretty sure they caught him. Hey Pete, why don't we just ask Pete, our fisherman. Pete, have you seen anything float by or caught anything? Pete, Pete, I don't want to panic you or anything, but there's a big shark right behind you. He's coming after you, Pete. Get out of the water. Pete, get out of the water. Pete, I'm serious. He just went under. He's coming.
Oh no!
Pete,
Help!
Pete, are you okay? Pete, give us a sign. Anything. Just a little sign that we... Okay, that's a sign. Let's see if we can finally catch this man here. We put some live bait out on the yellow buoy in the middle of the lake. He's got the trap. Oh, no, look out on my side. Check out who's back. Obviously, we don't keep him here for his social skills. We keep him here because he can do the backstroke, something that no other shark in the world can do. We also see strange things go on here at Jaws Lake. Not just our shark swimming backwards, but Pete's ability to resurrect himself about 100 times a day. You can see he's back, he's fishing, he's Lazarus, except for this time he's not even fishing at Jaws Lake anymore. He's fishing at an even more recognizable New England town. This is Cabot Cove, Maine, on the driver's side. We do about 3/4 of the outdoor scene set in Cabot Cove, full murder she wrote, with Angela Lansbury. Miss Lansbury did some Broadway musicals before she came to Universal and filmed The Pirates of Penzance with Linda Ronstadt. Another musical that we did around that time was called The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Has anyone seen The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas? Oh, great. Now, has anybody seen the movie? Oh, then you'll recognize on my side this White House as Miss Mona's Chicken Ranch from The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Where do you get to?
keep your cameras rolling, folks. We're going to head into Colonial Street now, the site of a lot of famous houses. The first house on the driver's side was the sorority house in National Lampoon's Animal House. The second house on the driver's side is where Jimmy Stewart lived in the film Harvey. And the gray house on the driver's side is none other than the Munsters house from the TV show The Munsters, filmed here in the 60s with Fred Gwynne. I also have a yellow house over there that was used in the Michael Jackson video Black or White with Macaulay Culkin. The last house on the driver's side, the last normal-sized one, is from The Thrill of It All with Doris Day and James Garner, and our huge Colonial Street mansion right ahead of the tram on the driver's side. Used in the film Harvey. That's the Chumley Asylum that was used in Harvey. On my side, we have a few more facades, including an insurance store, hardware store, and a generic-looking City Hall building. That used to be the Cabot Cove City Hall a couple of years ago from Murder, She Wrote. And nearly 40 years ago, that building was a schoolhouse facade where Little Beaver Cleaver went to school. When we shot Leave It to Beaver here with Jerry Mathers and Tony Dow. One of the most versatile parts of our backlot. We can rest this area in just about any suburban neighborhood in the U.S. We've transformed it into the outskirts of New York and Philadelphia, L.A., Seattle, San Francisco, Chicago. Hundreds of different locations on this one road. It's called Colonial Street. On the driver's side, there's a white house with green trim. That's Ben Matlock's house from the TV show Matlock with Andy Griffith. The last house on the driver's side was used in The House of the Seven Gables, a film with Vincent Price. Well, folks, I'd like to tell you a story, kind of a creepy story about a woman whose name was Marion Crane. She broke onto our backlot one night back in 1960. And she was searching for a place to spend the night, right? Driving all over the place. Finally, she drove up this road and checked into this motel up ahead. It was called the Bates Motel. So she checked into room 1 of the Bates Motel, and then she tried to take a shower, and then she never checked out. You'll know what I'm talking about if you've seen the 1960 Hitchcock classic called Psycho, and you'll also recognize the most famous set still standing in Hollywood on the driver's side, up on the hill. That's the Psycho house. Those who pass the Psycho house, take a good look at it. It might look a little bit smaller than a normal house, and that's because it is. It's a 3/4 scale model. They built the entire house, even down to the window panes, on a smaller scale. So when Anthony Perkins was anywhere near it, it made him look larger than he really was. Taller, wider, and scarier for Psycho. Don't relax just yet, because we still have to check into the Bates Motel on my side, where Janet Leigh's character, Marion Crane, checked in, but never checked out. Been circulating on our front lot that someone's still living inside of the house. Supposedly there's an older woman still up there in the front, second story left bedroom in front of the house. Second story left bedroom. It's Mother. She's back on the driver's side. Or maybe she never left. Mother from Psycho. Well, on my side, we have a couple of huge telephones along with an equally huge hand from the film The Incredible Shrinking Woman with Lily Tomlin. And on the driver's side, big brown cabin with green trim. Fully furnished, and it was used in the movie The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. Also a man-made pond and waterfall that uses recycled water. And a smaller cabin over there from the movie Delirious with John Candy. Also the TV show Tales from the Crypt. As you travel up the hill on the driver's side, if you look up the hill, you'll see some facades that were used in our first Beethoven film. It served as Pasadena, California for Beethoven. And we were just filming Beethoven's Second here a few months ago. That'll be coming out around Christmas time. Beethoven's Second, starring Charles Grodin. And on my side, this is one of the world's largest freestanding backdrops. It was originally used for the film Jaws: The Revenge. They made it look like a portion of the Bahamas here. They used the backdrop, they added a man-made pond in front of it, they dyed the water aqua blue, put a fake coral reef and a wave-making machine in there to make the water choppy, like seawater, like the Bahamas. One of the great things about living here in Hollywood is the fact that you can go from sea level to ski level in the blink of an eye. That's exactly what we've done. We've climbed to 12,000 feet in elevation. You can see we have snow, ice, evergreen trees. Definitely not in Los Angeles anymore. Wait a second. I guess we're going to have to make a detour. The upper road's closed. They blocked it off for construction. We're going to have to go through the ice tunnel right ahead of us. It says danger on it. Big flashing danger sign, which means, you know, obviously we're going in. So hold on to your kids and please keep your voices down because occasionally we're plagued by avalanches in here. So please keep your voices down. I'll get off the microphone and hopefully we won't start an avalanche. If you get a little bit dizzy in here, just close your eyes or look down and you'll feel a lot better. Trust me. If you get really nauseous in here, that little trick that a lot of drivers and guides use, just relax, take a deep breath, and visualize a greasy pork sandwich on a dirty ashtray and you'll feel much, much better. Alright folks, sit up straight now. I notice a lot of you are kind of weaving back and forth. It's understandable, but I'd be a little embarrassed to know that the tram was not tilting as we drove through there. We remained perfectly level as we drove through. It felt like we were tilting because the sides of the effect were revolving around the tram, and that gave the optical illusion that you're going back and forth. It really does happen to everybody inside of Avalanche. I hope you've been taking pictures throughout the tram ride. Take as many as you like. We've got another wonderful photo opportunity coming up in about half a minute on my side. You'll get a fantastic view of a portion of the San Fernando Valley. Pretty much the same view that E.T. got when he first came to Earth 11 years ago in what is now the second biggest box office smash. Another Universal film, another Spielberg-directed film, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. It's such a beautiful day out. You can see the San Gabriel and Santa Susana mountain ranges in the distance. Also portions of Burbank right next to us. Right below us you can see our studio. You can see parts of our back lot where we just came from, filled with facades. Once again, that's where we shoot outdoors. So the Warner Brothers studio, you can see all the way to the right center of the valley. There's a group of tan buildings. That's the Warner Brothers studio. Another major motion picture studio. That one's located in Burbank. Films that are currently in release, including Carlito's Way, directed by Brian De Palma, stars Al Pacino. Wonderful film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Carlito's Way. Also coming out soon, We're Back, a dinosaur adventure for the whole family from producer Steven Spielberg for an animated film. Over on the driver's side, the Universal Amphitheater, that huge tan building with the red doors. The amphitheater is known as the Showcase of the Stars in Southern California, a well-deserved reputation. We've had a lot of great performers in there, including U2 and Harry Connick Jr., Paula Abdul, Harry Connick Jr., and Frank Sinatra. It's also where the comic relief concerts have been held in the past with Whoopi Goldberg, Robin Williams, and Billy Crystal. And also the MTV Music Awards just a couple of months ago. Pretty popular performers. I think the billboard on the driver's side just about sums it up. You can see it says, "Scream through time." Big time. It's Back to the Future, the ride. You'll be able to go back to the days of the dinosaurs all the way up to the year 2015 and the Hill Valley of the Future and Back to the Future, the ride. It really is an amazing experience. If you haven't ridden Back to the Future, the ride, definitely do it before you leave today. It'll make you feel like you're flying. It's a lot of fun. On my side, another great view of the valley and the distance, the mountains. Also, right past our studio, there's a golf course, the Lakeside Golf Course, owned by Bob Hope now, where he used to play golf with his buddy Bing Crosby almost every day in the late 40s and early 50s. You can see our sound stages.
Where is it? Noisy. There's the car. Good move. Where'd you go? Nice, soft, easy ride. Nice ride. But Bruce is a soft car. Won't go on the ride.
Oh no, won't go on the road.
They're going on. I'll probably go speed. I gotta go. Look at here. We'll see you up. Alright, let's go. Open gate. Open! Down on the left. Let's come back here. And vanilla. Hey, crackers. Hold an order. Time to go. Hold on tight. Oh, we got a problem. You're gonna die. Bye bye, death.
Stay clear.
They're off.
See if you can get the Wi-Fi.
Where is it? Let's go the path. Stuff on the back there, right? Up the top, head on headrest. Stop! Head on headrest and See, man, Daniel's hair's sticking in there. Hey. Probably went down to see.
You can do it?
So.
You know.
Listen. Looks like the slip I just got. I hope I didn't just get the back of that guy asleep. Hope I got enough. Oh no! Dan, the tape is on.
I'll tell you up and run. The Viper.
What a ride.
Oh my
What a ride.
Get the free film.
There's the biggest tree, man-made tree in the world.
Oh, yes.
It's a free fall. It's a free fall. Nice free fall.
Oh, there it is.
Nice free fall.
Oh, let's do another one.
Bye bye. Bye bye, Dylan. That's on a first score again.
Holding on track. Track clear, stand clear.
What is all right? Corners. Let's go again.
When I get back tonight, do you want to go in there and ask them? Awesome.
As you can all see, we're having lots of fun. Waiting to
Sick
get,
as a dog as usual.
waiting to go to UCLA and watch them play UNLV.
We don't get all the game in those folded discs because they're wasting the batteries and they got one.
And you're going to take the whole game anyway, aren't you?
Play with this.